lot is really happening in Nigeria. Coupled with the NSAS protests, I mean the peaceful protesters, very organized. There are certain things that are happening also, two sides to it anyway. One are the political thugs, criminals that the politicians are no longer giving money to disrupt the protests as their secret has been exposed. And with this, we still have some people who are very hungry. I will not blame them. Look at the lockdown and everything. Even before lockdown, there is already lockdown in Nigeria. People are struggling. A certain few criminals have been sucking everything in Nigeria. So with this, people started breaking into warehouses to take food and to take things out of warehouses. And of course, with this, you know what it is. Certain people broke into private individuals, broke into their businesses to steal, which is not supposed to be anyway. And aside that, they set certain things ablaze. Why would you set public bus ablaze? Because you see Lagos State written on it, you see Oyo State written on it and all that. That's stupidity. What you set ablaze, they are still going to tell you that they need to buy back. Anyway, there is something that a man shared on Facebook, and this man calls himself Deji, and he said something very funny and might be shocking to you, some people, or whatever it is. Said food items you and your shameless relatives stole from government belong to Dangote. For those who do not know Dangote, Dangote is a self-acclaimed richest man in Africa. How he got his money is not what we want to discuss today, or how he became the richest man in Africa, or whatever it is that surrounds all of that. That is not what we want to discuss, but I'm just going to drop this. Monopoly is the source of Dangote's extreme wealth. So, and monopoly is the great-grandchild of corruption. Now, the food items you and your shameless relatives stole from government facilities belong to Alhaji Aliko Dangote and his friends at Kakovid NG. He started small by hawking cement in Kano. Now he's the richest man in Africa, still on Dangote. Now, they know poverty, so they contributed about 25 billion to help your poverty as COVID-19 economic stress bite other. One, he said, the supplies took time to assemble. My girlfriend is a major contractor. Two, the first batch of states received supplies around 29th of August. Three, why so late? Alhaji Dangote and friends wanted to boost the local economy of each local government area by buying some local foodstuffs from local farmers in each community. This is a huge plan, and it took a lot of time to package. Garri that is rushed into seal package will have a short shelf life. Four, why so late? Aliko and friends also wanted to boost local manufacturing industries like Nestle and Indomie, so they asked contractors to buy from them too. The control is too technical because they want everything to be transparent. Five, why kept for so long? Not so long. The process was just reaching halfway implementation by September 2020. Six, Aliko demanded that each state government must allow his team to track daily distribution so as to ensure each item is getting to you directly. The delay is not from the governors, APC, PDP, APGA, or whatever. The delay is because Aliko Dangote is very strict and he cares for your poverty. Seven, not 1 naira of what you stole belongs to any government, but the process of distribution in use by Aliko Foundation is too slow, too strict, and too detailed. Once again, you are beating the hand that is trying to feed you. That's the little I know. So this is what this person called Deji shared on Facebook. And some people are not buying into this. First of all, when people are hungry, why is things done differently in Africa? That's the thing I don't really understand. Why is it that things are done differently in Africa and not done the way other people have put down structure, put down systems? That's how countries abroad or some other countries work. I mean, countries that are functioning, it's called systems. And this system is not existing in Nigeria at all. What we have is just sham, non-existence of whatever it is. So what are we saying? Are people going to keep their stomach, their tummy empty because they are thinking of how they are going to boost this and that? No, come on. These things have to be put in place and they have to make use of what is existing to quickly. We are talking of emergency and you're talking of packaging and food is getting spoiled. Come on, let's get out of this nonsense. Anyway, people reacted to this and I'm going to go through a few. Someone said Dangote also kept some in Oba of Lagos Palace. These are questions people want to find out. Dangote cannot use his own Dangote noodles, but Indomie noodles. Mr. Know It All, Mr. Deji, when you go get sense, Go and listen to what Lagos State officials said about the looted warehouse before you come and display your stupidity on Facebook. Yes, it might be possible that Dangote might have been part of a field distribution or kind of. Yes, it is not his money per se. So what are we saying here? We're all in Nigeria. It's just that some people don't know things. What are we saying here? Anyway, let's go further. Let's go further. I think if Dangote wanted to do, he might have brought his own noodles to kind of elevate this. Not someone said Deji is a useless son of the most useless. Okay, I'm not going to go into kind of talking about his parents. Someone say, well, wow, these are very strong things. Someone say it shall never be well with him. I don't want to say this anyway. Someone say, look at some of the food items that have spoiled and expired: rice, tubers of yam, gari, due to the fact that these food items have overstayed. So Dangote is planning to give poisonous food to you and your family to eat. Honestly, you and others are deceiving yourself. And I would say another blind-minded youth talking, can't Dangote give palliative by crashing price of items instead of putting them in the warehouse until they get spoiled? And that's the truth. If you need to give out food to people and you need them, why don't you sell a bag of rice for 5 naira or 10 naira? It's more or less like you're giving it to them, but it will be more organized as people will buy these things and bring it into their home. You understand what I'm saying? Imagine you buy a bag of rice for 5 naira. And that is how it is supposed to be. It would have made things coordinated, meaning there will be warehouses, there will be places where people, just like a general thing, the government will crash it down and say, look, the item of food will come so low. People will not rush. People will not have to wait for government to bring in their palliatives and SMSs sent. No, a bag of rice will be sold for 5 naira. Gari will be sold for 1 naira. It's just like a symbol. So people will bring 5 naira. Imagine, even if you are so broke, you'll be able to bring 5 naira to buy that big bag of rice. I'm talking about the 25 kg bag of rice, something like that. They would have used that. They put things in warehouses. What nonsense is this? What nonsense is this? And well, anyway, so until the food expired, that is when Dangote will realize, wow. So I don't know what your thoughts are as regards what this person has brought out here. He has given several points that he thinks he knows. Yes, it's possible that some of these things might be correct. But hoarding COVID-19 palliative and waiting, these things are plenty now. Look at what we've seen on the videos and people that are on ground and people have gone there. Look at what we've seen there. This is a lot. There are a lot of things. This is a lot. In fact, I want to believe that what people broke out of those places is much more, very, very much more than the food that have been distributed. That's it. That's just it. So I don't know what your opinion is. If you were on ground in many of those places where these food items were being brought out of those warehouses, what is it that you see? What are your assessment of everything? For me, Nigeria is a failed country. The leaders are wicked, and there are certain people who I call typical Nigerians. They are as wicked as a politician. It's just that they've not gotten the opportunity to be there. That's just what I see. And we have the exceptional ones who are different in that contraption, but unfortunately, they are in the system and there's no way out.